So, for those that are in the listening off the audience, we said a relationship where exactly, what did you say? One input. Oh, gosh, come on. One input. And sometimes, what do we call that? The area or the area of the input. What do we call that sometimes? The domain, where one input from the domain matches exactly with one output of the range. Okay? A relationship, exactly one input from the domain matches up exactly with one output of the range. That's pretty much it. Make sure you have some sort of definition that's similar to that, okay? Any question about that right now? Okay. So, characteristics. What can you tell me about some characteristics? Shoot, that's not the one I wanted. Here we go. What are some characteristics? Anybody? What about if we're looking at graphing specifically? What can you tell me if you're looking at a graph? How could we tell if something's a function or not? That would be an equation form. So, okay, I can write that at the bottom. I can adjust. And in an equation, okay, it could be y equals mx plus b. Is that the only kind of function that we can have? No. What else might it be for an equation? Say it again. If there's points, now that would go back to graphing. So let's hang on to that for a minute. Does it have to be, what kind of a equation is this? What kind of a graph is it going to look like? Okay, so this is for a linear equation. Does a function have to be linear? No. So what else might it look like? Quadratic. And what is that formula? Well, we would say ax squared. Ax squared plus bx plus c. Uh-huh. Ax squared plus bx plus c, and that is quadratic, meaning it has a power of 2. Where can I fit quadratic? You're like, oh yes, I kind of remember this, right? So that pretty much takes care of our equation. Let's go back to graphing. What are these graphs going to look like? Well, you just said we can have a quadratic, though. They don't have to be a straight line. But if they're graphing, they have to pass something. Yes, were you going to say that? The vertical line test. So graphing, it must pass the vertical line test. Vertical line test. Now, here's the kicker. What's a vertical line look like? It is not this. Yes, this is horizontal, like the horizon. Vertical line is like this. Think about V. The point of the V, and think of like your pencil. It's up and down. V. So if I have a graph that looks like this, and I'm just going to make a quick little graph here. Let's put the graph in red. And if it has to pass the vertical line test, yeah, it is only crossing This is the vertical line test crosses one time. One time. Okay? That is very important. What if we have a table? What if we have a table? What makes it be a function in a table? Yeah, Sajin? Yeah, one output. It is one input. Okay, so what do we avoid in a table? Having the same outputs. So, question, let's see here. If I had 2, 1, and I had 3 and 3, is that a function? Is that a function? This would be your x, this would be your y. Actually, that is a function. That is a function. So it's not that you can't have repeated y values. You cannot have repeated x values. Yes. So no repeated x values. That's what it looks like in a table. So all the x values have to be different. Okay? And I guess that's all I'll say about that. All right? So you're getting a better sense of what a function is and what it's not? A little bit? All right, so let's do some examples then. Maybe for a graph. So an example would look like, I'm going to do green. Green is good. Like this. So that is a function. That green line is a function. Okay? What about this one? Oops. Let's move this over in the center. Is that a function? Now it's graphing. How do I check for graphing for a function? Vertical line test. So if I take this vertical line, does it pass through more than one time on any place of this graph? Does it pass through 2 times or more? No. So that is a function. You're like, it's quadratic. Yeah, it is, but it is also a function. Okay? Now, I also know you have a couple of down here. Oh, that's not very straight. So let's add some down here. Let's do a table, a 2 by 5 table. My goodness. Somebody get that teacher a new Apple Pen. Okay. Let's see. We want to make this a function. So let's see. Let's do -5, 2, 3, 4. This is my y value. Okay. So I'm going to make that 3, 2, 4, and 4. Is that a function? Do I have any repeated x values? No. So that's a function. That's okay. And how about these maps? These things that they have right over here. So let's say we got, I don't know, 4 and 13. And let's say we have 3 and 8. And let's say 17. So if this is going to be a function, okay, let's add one here. Is that still a function? I've got 4 going to 3, 13 going to 3, nothing's going to 8, 17's going to 17. So that would be a function. All right? Okay, so now let's give some non-examples. This is not a function. Not a function. Okay? We said it has to pass the vertical line test. Well, what if I have a vertical line? If I put my vertical line right on top of that vertical line, that's going to intersect every time, right? So that is not a function. A vertical line, oh my goodness. Vertical line is not a function. Horizontal line is though. Okay. All right. Let's do like this. Let's do another quadratic. Let's make it go this way. Is that a function? No. All right. Here's your vertical line, and it's crossing in 2 places. So 2 times. It's crossing, so this is not a vertical function. Not a vertical function. Okay. Let's draw a table. You tell me, if it is not going to be a vertical function, how would you create that? What would you have? X values that are the same. So let's say 2026 for 2026. And let's have them map up to, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Oh, that's a bad looking 8. Okay, so right away, as I circle these, that is not a function. You can tell you've got 2 of the same x values, right? And let's do one of these mapping things. I'm sure they're called something else other than mapping things. Mapping circles. Miss Morgan, how can you see what we're doing up here?
I just keep turning back around.
Oh, okay. All right. So if I had this, let's say I had 4, 13, and 17, just like I did over here. And let's say I have 3, 8, and 17. What would I need to do to show it is not a function?
Wait, so this is a function, not function?
This is what we're doing on here for this Freyer model. So what would I do to show this mapping is not a function? What could I do? I could have one number go to 2 different outputs, right? And that would not work. I could still have this one go here and this one go here, but this is not a function because this guy is going to 2. All right? Hi. Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay. So, any questions now from what we have about how to tell a function from a non-function? Do you have a much better understanding of that? Please say yes. Good, good. That's what we like to hear. Oh, sorry. Okay, so now knowing what a function is versus non-function, can you put these cards in those 2 categories, function, non-function?
Yeah.
Okay, see if you can do that in the next, how many minutes do we have? What is this? Period 4, 36. Ooh. See if you can do that in the next 4 minutes. Just do your best. Function, non-function. Function, non-function. All right, Che, wake up. Wake up. Che, function, non-function. Now that we have written down some of these, maybe you haven't done all of them, but see if you can put them in those two categories. Or did you already? In the categories? And what were your categories? Do you remember? I mean, were you grouping them by graphs and mappings? Because now we're looking at function versus non-function. Okay? So for the graphs, what has to be true? If it's graphs, it has to pass what? Vertical line test, right? Okay, so look at all your graphs and say, if I put a vertical line, is this going to be a function or not? So start with those, okay? You don't need the phone right now. Come on. Quit texting your bae.
I mean, it's to their own, but probably different. Probably.
All right, function, non-function. Let's see if you can put them in those two categories.
30 years old is not that old.
Geez, you guys already put it together. Function, non-function. Conjunction, junction. What's your function? Let's see. Oh.
Wait, you didn't say anything about like
Well, if you were to connect that and connect those dots, because really a line is just a bunch of dots put together, right? Would that be a function or a
I
non-function?
probably think it won't.
Why?
I don't know. Probably because one of the dots are not like in line.
So what is the x value of the bottom dot? Well, the bottom dot where they are both on the same line.
Oh.
What's the x value of this dot?
4.
And what's the x value of this dot?
4.
So you have two of the same
It's not a
x
function.
values going to a different y value.
So it's not a function.
Correct. Ah, see? All right, so you should be putting these cards out in front of you. Guys, come on. Function, non-function.
This is a function. You're right. It's anything that repeats things, so this is not a function.
You tell him, Sasha. Okay, keep going, keep going. I don't think everybody's quite done. Some might be done. Let me give you a hint. You should have, I believe, 16 cards that are functions and 8 cards that are non-functions. 16 cards that are functions.
Oh. Okay, so
16 cards that are functions, 8 that are not.
this is not.
Well,
Could you go over here?
Never mind.
What do you think?
I think we got it here.
You think it is or isn't? Why?
Yeah.
I see more than 2 dots. What are you talking about? You see what? 2 important dots? Which one's better than 2 important? I don't know, that's why I'm asking. I know, but do you know? These right here? So what's the x-coordinate of those 2 dots?
Did we
Can
go?
you check that again?
So we gotta think of this as like a normal line, right?
Maybe. Would this pass the vertical line test?
Yeah, we'll have one.
Cause, well, yeah, it would. What do you say?
If you have a
Or
point,
it's not a function.
But it has.
but do you know why?
You just told me.
But why?
Because it has outliers?
No, not about outliers. Because, so this point is
other here is all the way up here.
7, this one is 4, 6. So you have 2 points that have an x value of 4, but they have different y values. So you cannot have that. And if you do this vertical line test, how big is it?
Oh, that's mine. Oh.
Which is not functional. So that is a non-functional.
It's something I can do. Sorry, there's nothing right here. Yes, it is.
Got you.
Vertical line test. Pass?
Okay, it's fine,
Okay.
but it's a little.
You should do that real quick. Yep. That one? Yep. Come on. Yes. Over there. Look at the graphs first. The graphs are easy, right? You talk about vertical lines.
Oh, your kitchen's so cute.
Oh, thank you. All right, so ask yourself, do I have 16 that are functions?
Yes.
Do you have 16?
Yeah.
And 8 that are not functions?
Yes.
Okay.
X2.
Are you ready to check? Here
Yes.
are the correct answers for the functions. Okay? Now, they are in alphabetical order. If you look, there are letters on these. So these are the functions. A is a function. C,
Where's C? Must be over there.
A, C, E. E is a function. G is a function. I is a function. I is a function. K, M, O is a function. I don't know, but it's on there. K, M, O, Q is a function. R, S, T,
Wait.
R, S, T, those are all functions.
Okay.
U, V, W, and X. You know what? I should have given you the non-functions.
Yes.
So now take a look at only the ones that are the functions. So the non-functions are B, D. B and D are not. F, H, J, L, N, and P are not.
Okay, we got it.
You did good.
We are
Okay.
so smart.
All right. Now, because we're running out of time, now that you've got them in these nice 2 categories, I need you to mix them all up because we don't want to give the next group any kind of help, right? So make sure you mix them all up and put them all together back in the paperclip.
It's like.
Does that have to be neat? It doesn't have to be right side up or anything. Just put them all back in the paperclip. Okay? Yes.
Where's E hallway?
E, this is E hallway.
Oh.
Right here.
Government's in this.
That's like what I eat.
Yeah. This is E109. Oh, G.
That's the play.
It's right.
G is, I think, down this way.
It's like the next hallway after.
It's down this way.
So it's my study.
All right, so after you have those all grouped together, put them back in here.
Hey, can you
No homework yet. No homework yet.
Wait. Okay, there you go.
Right, all right.
It's on the alphabet.
Cards together. Thank you. Gotta mix up, right? So function,
Just got
non-function.
that. I know you missed me and all that. Relax. The semester just started real chill.
All right. Paper clips, we have them. Thank you.
the nurse?
All right, tomorrow we'll get along with more functions, non-functions. Please stay at your seat. Stay at your seat. Tomorrow we will also have one of those nice little pre-fouls. Won't count for a grade.
With Kanai.
Have a great rest of your day.
I'm telling you, like, I should start taking. I gotta go run.
Did you say rot?
Yes.
Okay, well, happy rotting.
You have a good day, Miss Dee.
Thank you. You too. All right. Not if I see you first. Funny. All right.